Hello everyone, David here. I have moved, these are the new digs, and I've taken this opportunity to build myself a proper display cabinet. It's just an IKEA job, but one thing I really want to do is add some lighting so that everything inside it looks super cool. Let's take a look at what's in it right now. So just going bottom to top, we've got some kind of random toys for the kids to play with, and this is all open air. I don't mind if they grab these and throw them around a little bit. And they're 3DSs, which, well, I want them to be a bit more careful with those, but they're allowed to touch them. My 3DS games collection, the music that I've worked on with my band, I Am the Manic Whale, the books that I wrote, yes, really, the books that my dad wrote, and also some dancing DVDs that I taught lessons on a few years ago. And then you've got kind of the games that were the foundation of my career. So the games I worked on from about 2005 to 2018. I feel very fondly about these, and I want those to be on display, especially like the big boxes. And then some of the plaques I received for working on games from big studios. Also, like an award I got for like working on a VR medical simulation more recently. A couple of dancing trophies. And then up here we've got some amiibos, because I didn't know where else to put them yet. The main 3DS that I play with, that's my modded one. And then the new Hyrule Switch Lite, which I think is pretty cool. It'd be fun to have that on display. And then the special edition 3DSs, the Hyrule edition and the Majora's Mask edition. And I think when this is properly lit up, that's going to look super cool. So I have a few challenges. First of all, I need to actually get the lighting in and power it. And then I also want to power the two docks so that I can charge the 3DS and the Switch Lite while they're sitting there, for a couple of reasons. So I can just play with them whenever I want, but also so I get a street pass on my 3DS if anyone comes around. And to do this, I've got a bumper collection of things from Amazon. So let's have a look at what I've got in my mystery package. So probably the most important part is this Wobane lighting kit. It's actually multiple LED strip lights with extenders and a power supply. So should be everything I need to get the lighting set up inside the cabinet. Is it Wobane? Wobane? Let's go with Wobane. And then to get USB power, I've got two barrel plug to female USB-A sockets because the docks have USB-A cables on them already. And then to match those, two barrel plug to USB-A devices as well. So my thinking is to use this multi-plug. It's actually a travel adapter, but it's quite convenient because it's got four USB-A plugs on the end here. So provides me plenty of connectivity. I can basically take my USB-A plugs here, feed them up the back of the cabinet, and then plug the other end of the barrel plug into here, get it through the little holes at the top of the cabinet, and then plug my docks in there. And then this also has a spare plug as well, so I can use the adapter that came with this to plug directly into the front of that. That's the plan. I'm not sure if the holes are going to be big enough, so let's go and check that first. Right, I purposefully got the slimmest barrel plugs that I could find that would be compatible with each other. They look a bit thicker than these ones. So let's get these out of the packaging and then see if this will go through the holes that are already present in the cabinet. If so, then it will just work. If not, I'll need to do a bit of extra drilling. But it's okay, I'm ready for that. So yeah, just eyeballing it right now, I don't think this is going to fit. Oh, it's close. It just doesn't go. So I'm going to use my electric drill just to make that hole slightly wider to get this barrel plug through. Let's also take a look at this lighting kit. So will I need to make holes for this as well? This is the power adapter. It's got a switch on it. That's pretty cool. And also a barrel plug. That looks slightly narrower. I wonder if that'll make it through one of the holes. It's so close, but it just doesn't fit. I'll actually enlarge 3 of the holes, or maybe I'll just do all of them. And then I'll be able to feed through both USB plugs and the lighting plug. First things first, because I'm going to be drilling and there'll be like tiny shards of metal flying everywhere, definitely want to empty the case, especially of any electrical equipment, because I don't want to cause any short circuits or anything like that. So first of all, let's clear it out and then we'll get drilling. I wanted to reorganize it anyway because a lot of the things were stacked to the left, and I actually want to stack them to the right towards the wall, which will create a better sense of space when you look at it from inside the room. Okay, right, let's get going. Now, I think this drill bit is going to be big enough to get this barrel plug through. Okay, one more hole down. Will this fit? Yes, it's pretty snug, but it goes in. So let's feed some cables through and then start planning where the lighting is going to go. First, let's clear up all of these metal shards which are now on the floor. As you can see from the barrel plug for the lighting, I've got one strip of lighting and then options. I can plug it into any one of these sort of daisy chaining connectors to just get the lighting somewhere else. From this strip on the top, I'll run the power back to the back of the cabinet and then down the edge, at which point I'll actually have another strip of lighting here and then another one down here. That way, all of the lighting will be built into the cabinet and nothing will be built into the shelves. Let's feed the USB power through first. Yes, perfect. The switch is fairly close to the plug itself, which is a little bit annoying. I think I would have preferred it closer to the cabinet, but it is what it is. I think we can still make it work. Okay, unfortunately, this power cable is not long enough, so I either need a barrel extender or I need to plug this into an extension plug as well. Okay, for now to combat the problem, I've got this single power cord extension, so that'll work just to get power to the base of this cabinet. It'll do in a pinch, and at least it means that the switch is close by. Okay, let's do a little test first, just see if the docks can be powered through this method, because I haven't actually tested the electronics yet. Okay, so got the USB cable coming through, barrel to barrel connector, USB female to male, and then powering its dock. So here's my 3DS. Is it going to charge? Light comes on. Okay, so that proves that that is working. So let's feed through the rest of the power. Okay, so here we go. I have just very crudely, with tape, just stuck down the lighting in what I think is a configuration that'll work. And it's starting to look pretty nice. It would be nice to hide this white cable against the black of the display cabinet, so I'll look into that. Maybe just some black insulation tape over the top will be enough. I could double up the lighting so that I had two strips in here, sort of like going back and forth. But I think this is fine for now. So I'll probably stick it down in this setup. Oh yeah, that's looking so good already. Well, not that bit, but down here, everything lit up. That's looking so cool. You can really see the designs now. One thing that I've just noticed is that if you're sitting on the sofa and you want to watch TV, these are kind of shining in your face. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave the lighting off most of the time. Because it has a switch built into the plug, I'll probably, just keep that off. And then it'll still be supplying USB power through the two other adapters, so the consoles will charge up all the time. And then I'll just turn on the lighting when I feel like it. That's stuck down now, But just looking at the back, I think this could use a little bit of tidying up. One thing the lighting kit gives you is these little clips. So these have got sticky backs, courtesy of 3M, and I think they're intended for sticking down the power cable down here. But for now, all of the cables are out of sight anyway, so it's kind of mission accomplished. Just something to think about. Okay, it's in place. Let's refill it, and hopefully it's going to look very cool. Okay, one thing I've noticed is that although this top level looks great because it's lit from above, when you get down here, I've got so many big things, they're now covering up the lights. So what I want to do is just move them so that this strip connects to the top up here, so that it's sitting above the top of these items, and probably the same down here as well. So rather than light them in the middle back, I'll light them at the top back. Okay, I had to get a bit creative with the routing extensions, but I did manage to make it so that the lighting strip will sit just underneath the cabinet top of the one above it. So yeah, that should light everything up much better. Let's get it back in there. Okay, are you ready for the money shot? Cue the high intensity music. Here goes. There you go, so it's now pretty much finished. There's just a couple of things I would like to improve, mostly to hide this white strip from the lighting. I'll just cover it up with some black electrical tape. I think that'll be fine. And also a slightly neater way of hiding these barrel plugs I think would be good. I mean, they are black, so they sort of melt into the design of the cabinet, but I think just actually pulling them a bit in more and then hiding the actual thick barrel part of it would be a good move. But overall, I love the way it makes the glass objects just kind of glow. And you can really see all of the consoles up here on the top shelf. I think it's neat. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably still shuffle things around a little bit, but most of all, I'm very happy with that. I think it's my day, half day, quite well spent. There you go, that's my video about putting a light in a display cabinet. You know, it might seem extremely mundane, and you'd be right, but I'm quite happy with it, as you can probably tell. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this Wobane strip lighting kit. It seems very easy. It's kind of the perfect thing to put in a kitchen if you want like under cabinet lighting there. But yeah, for a display cabinet, it works very well as well. So yeah, I mean, it all sort of came together pretty easily. The hardest part was just drilling the holes. So if you're undertaking a project like this, make sure you've got a way to feed through the power. I was quite lucky that there were some holes already. I just had to make them bigger. But yeah, leave me a comment if you've ever done a project like this, or if I've missed some obvious trick that would have made it better. I'd like to know about that in the comment section below. Okay, leave me a like, and you can help me out by subscribing to my channel as well. Okay, see you next time.